Doc, to answer your question, I think we saw a fake punt the other night, and it broke our back. I don't know if anybody else saw that one or not, but another reason why you don't see a lot of that is because everybody has to get ready for these offenses. I mean, if you only have so much time to practice, and the time that you spend putting those fakes in and going over those in special teams is less time that you have with those guys that are playing defense to defend these offenses. And I think that's why you see less and less of them, because the game is evolving into a constant RPO offensively, and it's really hard on defenses. So to answer your question, the game's changed. You know, it used to be double tight eye, wishbone, split backs. I mean, it just was pretty simple offensively, and now it's evolved so much time is taken away. So, but you know, speaking about our game, you know, it's hard. I've had a million people ask me, you know, how you feel, what do you think, and it's really hard to be. It's really hard not to be happy with your kids, how they play. I mean, those kids give you everything they have. They play really hard. They never stop fighting ever, no matter what. That was a really good team they played. I mean, just if you watch Perry walk out on the field and you watch us walk out on the field, and you didn't know anything about either one of those teams, you'd be going, ooh, this could get ugly. Because that's the type of kids they have. I mean, they're 6'3", 275 across the board. You know, big kids up front, athletic kids all over. But we do too. We have athletes too, and we have some big kids up front. But I think they give every aspect they can, and so it's hard to be disappointed. The emotional losses are getting old. By that I mean, you know, you take Chisholm down to the wire, and everybody thinks that's a fluke. Oh, you know, that was just Chisholm had an off night, or Alva's not really that good. And Chisholm goes down to Minko, plays Minko, and has to pull off of him. It's like 47-0 in the third quarter. Minko's number 2 in Class A. Perry's ranked, I think, 7th or 8th this week, which I don't know this for a fact. I haven't talked to Travis, Coach Cole, but I think their quarterback is probably done for the season. Perry's. He injured his knee in the late fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go in the game, and that's probably going to cost them big. I mean, they're just not the same team without him. I mean, it's going to hurt them, and I hate that for him because Travis is a really good friend of mine, and they have a really good team. I mean, they had a team good enough to win a playoff game or two, just to be honest with you. And so that puts back on us. It's frustrating because we're sitting here going, you know, we're good enough to be that good. We're right there. I mean, just a few plays here and there. First time all season I've rated officials. I just don't do it normally because I try to look at it with a sense of humility, and I didn't this week. I'm tired of it's awful. It's just piss poor. I mean, sorry for the language, but it was bad. I mean, it just when you can't see a guy that has 2 feet in the end zone and you call him out because you're out of position by 30 yards, you don't have enough just respect for the game to be calling, in my opinion. You need to find something else to do. So, I mean, we had other chances to win the game, but when those are called against you and when you're trying to drive to go win the game and penalties are assessed on you that did not happen, and I don't mean questionable, did not happen. An official throws, which is supposed to be a dead ball. I mean, it's supposed to blow the play dead on a legal procedure in high school, and lets us run the play and get a 15-yard gain, then throw the flag, and then say there was a legal procedure. Didn't happen. So not only are we young, playing with 3 freshmen on the field, we've got to overcome officials that don't know how to call a game. So there's nothing you can do about it. That's going to happen every year, every place, somewhere. Can't always blame it on officials. But if they just call the game like they're supposed to, we win the game. That's just all there is to it. So that didn't happen, but we had our chances too. I mean, we could have stopped them defensively earlier the last drive. If we'd have done that, we'd got the ball with 3 minutes left and a timeout. And I like our chances there. So we had our opportunities. We didn't get out of it healthy. Kennedy McKnight is banged up pretty bad. Don't know if he's going to be available this week. Probably going to have 4 freshmen on the field this week. Another one. So, it's not. It's like I told our kids, the thing to do right now, to me, in my opinion, is to just get a little bit of more of a chip on your shoulder at this point. Is to say, you know what? Hey, look, we're right in the middle. We've proven that we're just as good as anybody in our district. And our district, by the way, I think is one of the better ones out there, top to bottom. So we've proven that we can fight and be just as good as anybody in the district. So we can either tuck tail and feel sorry for ourselves and go get beat around this week, win or lose, and have Tonkawa looming around next week and get beat and not make the playoffs. If we lose one of the next 3, we're out. Or we can put that little chip on our shoulder and say we're good enough to win every game we've played this year. And we're definitely good enough to win the last 3. If we do that, we got a good shot. And we'll get in the playoffs. And we'll go play somebody that's going to be really upset they're having to play us as a 4 seed. Because you all watched our games, we're a few plays away from being a 1 seed. Even with the Hennessy loss, if we'd beat Chisholm and Perry, we would have been 1. Setting 1. Hopefully you could finish that. But I'm just saying, it's very our district is a little chaotic, and it's really good. Tonkawa's really good. Pawhuska is very athletic, who we're going to Thursday. They have some kids on the field that can score anytime they touch the ball. And that's scary, especially playing at their place. So we're going to have to play well. We can't afford to play below average. We can't go over there and play below average and win. We're going to take the same intensity we've had the last 2 weeks. If we do that, we should be okay. And then we'll have a huge, huge matchup next week if we can get out of this one. Anybody got anything?
Everybody else all right health-wise?
Chase is coming back a little bit more healthy now every week, so he's probably going to be playing a lot this week. Hayden's banged up a little bit. Colwell, which, by the way, I thought had a great game. Hayden Colwell had a great game. Fighting for balls in the air. I mean, just great effort. He's a little banged up, but should be okay. Trying to think of anybody else. We found out Ty Allison, our freshman lineman, had a cracked kneecap. That's what's been holding him out. Trevor Allison, I seriously doubt we'll be able to play Friday with his back. He's been trying to go every week, so we'll be without him. The injuries are adding up. Definitely adding up. But, it's a cliche, but next man up. I mean, we got to have somebody ready to go, and even if that kid's a freshman. So nobody will feel sorry for us, I promise you.
And that game's Thursday, is that right?
Thursday at Pawhuska at 7 because of fall break. We're on fall break this week. So, yes, sir.
How fast is Caldwell?
It's pretty fast.
Like on the 100?
He ran 11 flat at regionals last year, and he's never ran track before. I talked him into it last year. He's a baseball player. He's a pretty good baseball player, and just kind of begged him to run track, kept hounding him, and I think he only ran in 3 meets because of his baseball schedule. And I had enough time to work with him a little bit that he ran 11 flat, and that was not very good coming out of the blocks. So
That's pretty fast catching from behind.
What happened on that play was the kid give it to the kid from Perry. There's a kid from Perry that knows he can't catch him, and so he shoots and throws his body and tries to trip Hayden up, just try to get him. Well, he got just enough of his foot that it slowed him down, and he had to hitch and then start going again. Well, that gave the kid that was chasing time to catch him. And those, honestly, I know that that's hard to notice stuff like that, but those are plays that will win you a game. I mean, that kid was smart enough and knew I can't catch him. He had a little bit of an angle, and he just laid out, threw his hand, and caught just enough of his foot. He didn't tackle him, but he slowed him down. That gave the next kid time to catch him. And if y'all know, we didn't score that drive. We got all the way down to the 9. That's when Colwell was in, and they called him out. 2 feet in, by the way. If it was the NFL, it would have been good. But not at our high school game at Ranger Field. But I'm not sore about it, if you can't tell at all. But yeah, no. But I mean, if that kid doesn't shoot out there and lay out for him, Hayden outruns those kids, and he scores anyway. And so those are the little things that win games. And sometimes it's, you got to have kids that are willing to do that, and I think we do. I mean, I would tell you otherwise. I'm really proud of our kids. I mean, they fight hard. They give you everything they have, and it hurts them to lose. And so I don't look for anything else but a really good showing Thursday. I think we'll come out. I think we're frustrated, and hopefully we'll unload a little bit, some frustrations, and we'll have to have a huge week of preparation if we win. Now, if we don't, we're out. You lose, you're out at this point. So every game is the most important. So it's a big challenge ahead of us. But we control our own destiny. I love that. Control your own destiny. All you got to do is win. So. Anybody else?
Aren't you a little surprised? The extra point plays work for you time and time again. I'm sitting up there last week and I'm looking at them thinking, why do they waste so many people? You got 6 guys over there and they actually waste. I put at the most 4 out there. You've got 1 eligible receiver out there.
You're telling everybody 4.
And you got to throw over the top. You got to throw over the top to him, and they'll overmatch out there instead of.
There's
the people are.
It's a great point, and somebody eventually is going to figure that out. But there's things that you do when they do that. Nobody's done it yet. And every week I say, okay, this week now there's going to be 3 guys over there. They're going to have a lineman here, a linebacker here, and you line up in it, and Mitchell looks. I mean, it's almost like he's like this.
Yeah,
I'm like, and so he's ready to go. I mean, and we go through those reads. It's really hard to defend. And by the way, we go for it on 4th down on the south end. We line up in that, and one of those guys, the only time all year he's ran the wrong route was on that play. And if he runs the right one, he is ridiculously wide open. I mean, like to the point where Mitch could have turned around and thrown it backwards and got it to him. And it was on 4th down, and we probably score on that one. So just bus and, and then the kid says in film, Coach, I just saw green grass there. I knew I needed to run here. Well, where are you supposed to go? Because there's another guy going there. So now we got 2 guys in the same area. So that is being young. And I hate to say undisciplined because we're a pretty disciplined team. They play hard, but it's a trust thing. You know what I mean? It comes down to a trust thing. It's worked so many times. Don't go away from it. But yeah, Doc, I can't believe it's still working, and I'm not gonna. Hopefully, it works again.
Knock it as long as they keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep rolling with it. And like I told you, we add a little wrinkle to it every week. So expect to see another one this week.
I'm like you. I kept thinking, well, sooner or later they'll figure out and they'll step inside. They don't.
It's tough to defend. So we're going to keep rolling with it as long as we can. I mean, I don't know what our stat is. Maybe if anybody knows on our 2-point. I think we're 100% the last 3 games on 2-point conversions, and we've scored 20-some points every game. So
I thought the quarterback, I thought he did a good job one time. Did you low snap it to his left feet or something?
Yeah, it was a bad snap. He picked it up, and then he still stayed with the fake and then rolled with it. Yeah,
little deal, and then makes the pass. I thought it was exceptional for a kid that age.
Yeah, he was, and he's very poised. We shifted over out of a bear. We call it bear, but it's an unbalanced set on the goal line. We shifted over and had power called on the goal line, and Mitch turned around and eyed the backside in and naked booted it. I mean, we've got a read on, but for a sophomore quarterback, that's incredible. It's a great read. It's hard to do, and it's hard to show that. And he saw it, pulled it, and walks in. There's a lot of good things happening. Again, I'm like, some nights I'm just miserable and I don't want to sleep, and then when I think about it objectively, I go, look how many good things are happening with these kids. They're right in the mix with these upper echelon teams in the state in 2A. They're in the state, not just our district. So it's hard to be negative, but it's hard to, at the same time, you're like, we want to win games. We just want to be close. So these next 3 are going to be huge for us. If you finish 7-3 and go first round playoffs and give somebody a battle, that's all you can ask for at this point. So that's what we're hoping. Anybody else? Thank you.